You are damn busy in life and you eagerly want to speak English fluently, but you don't have time. What if I tell you you just need 30 minutes every day and you can level up your English game? I have not said you have to give all effort, energy, time, and everything in one go and overnight you will become fluent. Obviously not. But gradually you can start with 30 minutes. And if you think 30 minutes and it will make me fluent, seriously? Yes. But with right guidance, with right practices. Okay? So, there are some major activities and there are some minor activities. If you have just 30 minutes per day and you are doing some minor activities which is not adding any value in your communication, then what's the point anyway? That's why you need right guidance. You have to choose major activities which you can do 30 minutes every day and you will get tremendous effect. You will see enormous changes. 3 major activities. And if you do these 3 major activities every day just for 30 minutes, you will see changes. Alright, let's just talk about our first activity. And a lot of people, they don't talk about this activity. Why? Because they think it doesn't make sense to them. Alright, thinking in English. And I would highly recommend do it as soon as possible when you wake up early in the morning. Okay, so start thinking in English. And this is the best activity you can do ever to improve your communication. Okay, because look, your listening will come later on, your speaking will come later on, but your thinking comes first, right? First thing is first, without reminding yourself and without telling yourself that hey, shift, your mind will not learn. Your mind is like a little child. Whatever you will teach, it will learn. In the morning time, this little child, your mind, is just fresh and ready to learn and absorb everything. So this time, the first thing you are going to tell, okay, is to just start thinking in English. And how you are going to start? You can't make excuse here that thoughts don't come in my mind. Look, according to research, we get 50 to 70,000 thoughts per day in our head. So we can't say that we don't get thoughts. It's just an excuse which we make. Okay, so whatever thoughts are coming in your mind, you just have to say it in English, in your mind. Yes, you will make couple of mistakes, that's completely fine, but you have to say, oh wow, a very beautiful day. Thank God you have given me this beautiful day. Alright, now it's time to do some exercise. A lot of activities are there, and whatever activities are there, just try to say these activities in English, in your mind. As you've asked about timings, in the morning time, at least for 5 minutes, just do it. Consciously, you have to do it, and later on, okay, with consistent practice, it will become your habit. And you're going to practice just for 5 minutes, but it will become your habit for all day long. Understand this simple logic here. When you speak in English, you're using your vocal cords, you're using words. What's happening here? What is happening here? In your mind, there is a very fast translation going on. At first, there is a translation going on in your mind. Okay, as you can see right now, I'm speaking, no translation at all. As you can see, okay, I'm just speaking spontaneously, words are coming and I'm just speaking, right? But your mind is not habitual for this thing. So you have to make your mind, your brain habitual. For this, you have to do this exercise every day for 5 minutes. Now let's just move for our next activity, second activity. All right, so just find 10 minutes or 15 minutes every day for this activity. And what you are going to do here, you are going to listen in English with dictation. Okay, listen in English with dictation. I have been doing it. It's been, I guess, close to 3 years. I never skipped this only practice. Okay, so what you have got to do, I'm not saying all day long you have to do it, just for 5 minutes. You just need 15 minutes or 10 minutes for your active listening while doing dictation. So what you have got to do here, simply you're going to watch a particular video, okay, whatever you think is needed for you at this time in your life, whether it is related to spirituality, it is related to communication, it is related to your mind, psychology, neuroscience, it can be anything. Okay, just pick your taste, choose your taste, and simply in the morning time, just for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you have to put the video in front of you and try to observe. While watching, just try to make notes and take notes. All right, maybe there is a beautiful sentence you have found and it was framed so well, so you want to use that sentence. At the same time, you can grab some vocabularies. If you want to pause, you can pause video, because again, it's kind of active listening you are doing. Okay, I will not call it distractions because I also do it. Why we will not call it distractions when you are writing while watching? Let me tell you, because whatever you are watching, whatever you are listening, okay, the same thing you are writing. All right, so there is no distraction at all. You are already attached with the same thoughts. Okay, so the second thing you are going to do is you are going to do active listening while taking notes, and you have to do it every day for 15 minutes. Okay, we just need some exposure, and that's why we need some major activities. So now we are moving for our third activity, okay, which you are going to do just for 5-10 minutes. You have to do it. As you know, there are a lot of free applications. A lot of free applications are there, and every application is providing 15 minutes for free, 30 minutes for free for speaking, right? 15 minutes at least you have to speak. 15 minutes. All right, so you can't complain here that you don't have platform to talk. There are a lot of applications today. Okay, and if you're struggling a lot and you're not able to get any application to speak, then as I've already said, I have my WhatsApp groups. People are already practicing there, okay, and they're actually doing kind of virtual public speaking, but you do not need to do that. Simply go and practice with people. So if you want me to provide platform, then the link of my WhatsApp groups is in the description box. Just get from there, enter, send request, I will approve that, and then you can practice there. So what you are going to do for 15, but not now, just wait. Okay, first let me complete this. So for 15 minutes you have to speak every day. And one more thing, I know when you are just starting, you don't get anyone where you can actually do the real practice. When I talk about real practice, it's not like every day you are just talking about your introduction, your routine, and you are done. Right, you need some real practice so you can talk something out of the box, little different, so you can make sense. Right, for this obviously you have to talk every day. I want to tell you one thing. We always complain about one thing, that if I go on different applications to practice, the only thing which I find that time is just introducing myself and asking other person to introduce themselves. It's just a kind of excuse which we have made. Don't make this excuse. I'll give you a solution here what you can do. You have 20 minutes, right? Ask for quick intro and it will take just 2 minutes. All right. What you have got to do is, before entering in any application, simply prepare 1-2 questions in your mind and you will like it. Okay. Whenever I go, I never go without preparation. Okay, I just prepare some questions. If not answers of these questions, at least questions I prepare. And that's what you have to do. Simply prepare some questions, whatever this question can be. Have you ever felt embarrassed because of lack of communication? Have you ever went for an interview and you were not able to speak because you were not having good command over communication? And a lot of questions like this, not just about English. You can talk about time, you can talk about health, you can talk about success, you can talk about money, you can talk about this, you can talk about that. A lot of things are there. Okay, if you want me to provide some topics and questions, then in the description box I'm going to share some topics and some questions which you can share, and you can just have a good start. All right, so you have to prepare couple of things, go ask for quick intro, and after that shoot these questions at them and they will answer. Then you can give your answer, and in this way, the more you are going to talk to each other, the more things you will get, more questions, more topics you will get. And that's how we do our conversation, and that's how I do it. All right, I'm not saying just 30 minutes in the morning time only. All day long, throughout your day, anytime you can find these 30 minutes, okay, and you can practice, and you have to practice these 3 things. Now these were some major activities which is gonna show major impact on your communication skills, right? But the other activities which I have not mentioned here, and there is a reason why I have not mentioned other activities, like other activities are writing, reading, studying, right? Why I have not mentioned? Because this time, if you are struggling with time management, you don't have time to practice, so I would say these activities are minor activities for you. This time it will not make sense, this time it will not give you the result as per your expectation, so not to waste your time with these activities. But if you think, yes, I want to do these activities as well, find just 5 minutes every day, just 5 minutes at least. I am an avid reader. I give like 1 to 2 to 3 hours I read, but sometimes when I don't get time, I read for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Okay, so you are going to find at least 5 minutes for reading. For vocabulary, at least you can just find 5 minutes to study vocabulary. Okay, in this way you can do. For writing, you can just find 5 minutes. So this time these activities are minor for you, but later on these activities will be major activities for you. Okay, this is something you have to focus on, pay attention. When I started speaking in English, at very first, when I started working upon my communication, I was not indulging with these activities like writing, reading and studying. Why? Because it was not making sense to me, no matter how hard I was trying. And I got to know very early that these activities are minor activities. This time, no matter how hard I try, but these activities will not make sense to me, and it will not give major impact on my communication as per my expectation. So what I did, I picked some major activities. Okay, and when I picked those major activities, that actually showed major impact on my communication, and that's why I am sharing my experience with you, right? So the 3 major activities which I have shared with you, you have to start these activities from now, just for 30 minutes every day. All right, and the minor activities which I have shared with you, you are not going to do these activities now. Once these 3 activities will be developed, your listening, your speaking and your thinking, then you can go for these 3 Why I have just said 30 minutes? I know it's hard for people who have not started yet. I know it's hard for people to keep the momentum going who have already reached somewhere. Okay, and I know it's hard for people to see drastic changes who have already reached at advanced level. But one thing, it's never too late to start. It's never too late to add something new, and it's never too late to take more challenges. Okay, so now just don't make more excuses. All right, start. As I always say, if you're going to start now, today, after 6 months you will see changes. And if you're going to start after 6 months, obviously maybe after 2 years or 1 year you will see changes. But if you're going to start after 1 year or 2 years, it will take 5 years, it will take 10 years. And there is no doubt at all in this statement, because problems are also there, right? Struggles are there. I gave myself 6 months. I literally gave myself 6 months, but I saw a lot of challenges were there, a lot of problems were there, because it's not just about that you will stuck while speaking, but other problems which life will throw at you, you have to face, right? So just don't take major time for minor things. Just show some urgency in you and start now. Start gradually, be consistent, and you will get. All right. And if you are excited to know that how I have learnt this language, how I started, and what is my routine which I follow now, because I'm literally into it now, so you can watch the video here. Okay, I have shared my routine here, how do I learn this language and how I have become from zero speaker to pro speaker. So you can just check the video here. All right, so with this thing, let's meet in the next video. Bye bye.